Thank you. Welcome all Midnighters. Bienvenidos todos a Midnight Edge en español, donde hay un poquito de Midnight y un poquito de español. Uh, y acá estamos con Lilly. Wow, you are looking great. Your hair is on fleek. Did I say that right?
Yes. I think so. I think that's still part of like our language. I don't think it's the Gen Z yet.
No, it's not? Okay. So what's the new now? ¿Qué se dice ahora?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know. I should know because I have nephews and a niece that are that age. But I think we'll stick with on fleek.
On fleek, because it's on fleek. So
Yeah.
help us, chat. You're our only hope. Ayúdenos, por favor. We got a big Midnight Edge raid. Let's say hello to everybody. Hola, Diva Martin dice Midnight Edge raid. Acá tenemos FKHC. Hello. All right. Tenemos mi amigo Griffin. Hola. All right. What else we got? Terry Eichel. Woohoo. We got our friend Carlos. Hola a todos. Yeah, so please let us know, guys. Si no estás suscribido todavía, por favor, suscríbese, por favor, al canal. And help us out if you subscribe. Yeah? All right, so the first thing that I wanted to touch on was something that I think you shared, Lilly, and it's something that's kind of fun. We all been waiting for, and we were told that season 2 of One Piece already got greenlit. And you share this.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I was so excited about it. See, I'm a super normie to anime and things like that. I don't think I've ever really watched any with the exception of like Sailor Moon when I was really little.
Very cool.
So a lot of people were talking about this and they were like, you need to watch this show. So of course I thought, I'm probably not gonna like it. It's gonna be too much like I don't know. I don't know. So then I was like, I'll just give it a shot. And then I loved it. It's such a good show. Oh my gosh. And then like the end had me like all crying and everything because friendship and I loved it. So of course I'm looking forward to a season 2.
Ok. Para ustedes que están abajo de una roca, One Piece es un gran show que es basado en una anime y un manga. Casi está terminada la manga, pero todavía no. Y este es el anuncio de la temporada 2 que va a ser filmada. Vamos a ver si podemos tocar esto y Lilly me dice si lo escuchas.
Okay.
Hey Siri, how do you get to South Africa?
Okay.
Getting directions to the Grand Line.
Here we go again.
Cool. It's so cool, like they're all over the place, right?
Headed back to Cape Town to film season 2.
Man.
Whee!
Wow.
So cool.
Wow. Wow. Tears of joy. Tears of joy. To the Grand Line!
How cool is that? That's so cool.
Cute. I love how the actor that plays Roronoa Zoro was like all over the place before he finally got there, and then the actor that plays Sanji had his like little under eye things. I love it. They're so funny.
I know
You can
that.
tell And I was just gonna say, you could tell they like enjoy being around each other, and probably are super happy they're getting to make a part 2 or season 2 for this. So that's cool.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
Griff said,
Griffin. Yes,
right?
definitely. Yes, I'm like, watch it. It's so good.
That's something that you want to see. You want to see the actors having fun. You want to see the whole thing having fun. I think that's why it was such a huge success. Everybody had fun with it, and when you have fun with what you're doing, it just pays off, you know. And
Yeah, definitely.
I agree with everybody. I know that everybody can't wait. Porque es una serie bien fascinante. Mucha gente alrededor del mundo le gustó y fue la número 1 en Netflix por un largo rato. Y tuvo un poco de como diríamos, un poco de retrasado porque no mucha gente la quería aceptar, pero al final mucha gente la aceptó y it was a good series. But I guess the season 2, it's gonna have it's already shooting, as they were mentioning. The production is already going. I guess it's already weeks in. The main cast, all of it is in, and they do have some new characters that are coming in, and they're gonna be basically getting. I think it's what is it, like 8 episodes or something like that? They don't have like I think the episodes list yet, but it's June 26, 2024. I guess they told us that we were going to get Clive Russell to join, and there's going to have I guess Werner Costa is playing Dory, and Brendan Murray's going to play new faces coming up. Oh yeah, so here I think it is. We're gonna have some new faces. Let's see if I can share this real quick. Vamos a ver. Si se deja la computadora. La computadora. You know, when you're mad at the computer, you said like you say it in the.
And I think I can share it.
I think, okay, here we go. So this is supposed to be the new cast members.
Okay, let me see.
All right.
Ooh, who is Callum Kerr? Live reaction. Sorry.
Live reaction.
Well, he's very cute. I mean, even if I hadn't been watching the series already.
If I wasn't watching the series before, sure watching it now.
Definitely watching it now.
Says Lilly.
And then let me see, scroll a little bit to see the actress that they cast. Yeah.
You see it?
Julia Rewald. I can only see like half her face. Oh, okay, she's really pretty too.
Yeah,
see, they're giving you guys really pretty women too, which is something that we haven't gotten in a lot of media for you guys.
Why can't we get that?
I don't know. We'll get into it with the Acolyte because I have a lot of things to say about that.
Come on, okay.
But yeah, oh my gosh, she's really pretty.
Right? And but look at the characters, you know?
Yeah.
They look just like the characters, right?
They look like they're actually casting the way they should be casting. What a weird concept. Weird.
Weird.
And then these two down here, Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see what they do with the character over here with Rob Coletti. That's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be fun. I mean, it over the top, larger than life.
Because I
It's
mean, they did a pretty good job with what was which one was the character that was like a clown? What was his name? I keep
that
forgetting.
was Buggy.
Yeah, because from like the anime to what they did in live action, he actually looks pretty cool too. Like they stuck
Yeah,
pretty much to it. So
they
I
did a great
appreciate
job.
their yeah, I appreciate they're trying to make it look, realistic, not too but it's still a little bit goofy and silly, but it works. So
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah.
All right.
Well
I'm
done.
excited. I'm excited for all of these new people. That's cool.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good show. It's already winning hearts. I mean, everybody in the chat already is like, yeah. Uh, I think I think it's gonna be something that's gonna stand up. Like Julissa said, eye candy all around.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
concept! What a
When
concept!
everyone's enjoying it, there's nothing to complain about. Weird. What a weird concept.
It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. But there is something that I saw that I don't know if you saw that. Did you see the new pictures of Superman that came out?
I think the only ones I had seen were the ones that we talked about last week. The ones with his like really funny hair and his awful
Yeah,
fitting suit.
the Edgar,
Yeah, the Edgar cut.
the Edgar cut. So these are the new pictures that we had. So I guess it's already done filming in some parts, and now they're doing it here. Um, they have it. All right.
Green Lantern? Is that Green Lantern?
Yeah. So that's gonna be Green Lantern. I don't know if you watched the show. What was the show's name with the? He was in Firefly. He was in. Oh, help me out, Chad. I can't remember his name.
Um,
He was in it. I love it in he was in a mystery show that I liked where he's a detective. The Rookie, yeah, he's in The Rookie right now.
um,
And Castle, that's what it was. Castle, thank you. He was in
what was
Castle. I
his
love
name?
Castle. But this is Isabella Merced as Hawk Girl. Not to be confused with Hawk Girl or Hawk 2. It's not Hawk 2 girl. Yeah,
I'm trying to see who this guy is because let me see. Nathan Fillion?
Nancy
Fillion?
Fillion. That's what it is. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Thank
he's
you.
playing Green Lantern?
Yeah, he's playing Guy Gardner, which is not the
Oh.
main Green Lantern, but kind of like a hot-headed Green Lantern.
A
That's
version of him. Ah,
Mhm.
okay. I get you.
Yeah, he's kind of like the bad boy Green Lantern that could get kicked out anytime. But again, with the baggy stuff, and at least they got her maze right on it. Let's see. I think it was the other one right here. So this is kind of like comparison about. Oh, and then you get a closer look. Let's see, guys. If you guys can see, it's a little blurry, but because it's from far away. But now you see it. Now he kind of looks familiar now.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. What is going on with everybody's hair on this set?
Well, that's kind of like the hair of the character. Like
Okay.
you see.
Oh, okay. Oh, they actually
Okay, now you see
did a
it?
little bit. Yeah.
Right. He's got a hardcore Edgar in the comic books. Okay, it's not a
Oh my
violation of the
Why didn't
low hair dry mafia.
Why didn't they do this suit though? Is there like a reason why it's not this color and they chose to do like a different color?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's part of the cachet of the movie. But even if you look at Hawk Girl, you see Hawk Girl here. She's got a bit of a midriff. Very muscular.
They covered her up.
Yeah, they did kind of did the cover up, but she looks pudgy, right?
It's because
I mean, no girl.
it's all of these outfits. They just do not fit well on anybody.
What is that? It doesn't make
Oh,
sense. 'Cause,
well, maybe I don't know why they fit poorly, but are they supposed to be like a team? Because it looks like all of them are wearing like the same. That explains kind of why their outfits all.
yeah, like the matchy, you know.
Yeah, they're all a little
Yeah.
matchy. It's so weird. It's because I think they're probably relying a little bit too much on like post to fix everything in post, as opposed to, okay, you know what? Let's actually fit this to the actor now so that we actually don't have to fix too much later. And that's why everything looks so weird.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen pictures of Isabel Merced, and she's been in other things. She's very, she's she plays femme fatales. I mean,
Well,
this is just, I mean, this is doing nothing for her trasero, you know?
this is the same
Pobrecita está.
This is the same actress that came out in Madam Web, right? She was one of the.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
gosh!
like the same thing.
So,
She just keeps getting like abused in the costume department.
she's so pretty and she's very petite. And you're right. This is making her look like very, like pudgy and like things are not fitting well anywhere.
Parece que tiene pañales.
Yeah, poor girl. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, just Hawk the Pen Girl. That's messed
This
up.
looks pretty bad. This looks pretty bad.
So I guess
if you
this is another sense.
Because if you remember when, oh my god, that looks even worse. If you remember when they were shooting the Avengers and they had Scarlett Johansson in her cat suit, that was fitted, like completely fitted to her.
Yeah.
You couldn't look at that and go, oh my gosh, that looks terrible. Like it was fitted to a T made for her body.
Yeah, you know, like your Theo had it in the garage somewhere, you know? It's like working in all the mechanics had a picture of that.
That looks so bad. Oh no.
And let's give him grace, guys, because obviously this is special effects shot, and he looks like he's got his Apple AirPods in the back of his. Those are the new ones coming with the iPhone.
But it's so weird though, because like look at how they just don't make. First of all, I know superhero suits are not supposed to be the most practical or whatever, but I think you kind of have to keep in mind that your actor's going to be wearing this for a pretty long time. And to me, I imagine that little jacket they gave her cannot be comfortable. It cuts off like literally here on her elbow.
Right.
Like, how is that comfortable for her to be like bending her arms all day? They should have either made it shorter or a little bit longer. It's like literally right at her elbow.
And it's funny because it almost like he's got the AirPods in the back and she looks like she's got an iPhone Nano at her shoulder or something, right? Maybe they're going back in time. No. Yeah, that would be uncomfortable. I see what you're talking about. That makes no sense.
Yeah, because you know how when something just doesn't fit you right on your arms and you're trying to like move them? That's what I imagine she probably feels like she's probably just like this the entire time because she can't bend her arms.
Yeah, that makes no sense. That would be so uncomfortable. I feel sorry for the lady. Ooh.
And she's so pretty. Oh,
right?
This makes me so sad for her. Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, so that's there's Superman again with the little twirly twirl on the head. Man.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
It's almost like they're making a joke out of it. Like, haha, look at these costumes. Aren't they funny?
Even the Avengers, I don't think there was a point where we looked at the Avengers and went, oh my gosh, this looks so silly. Even with Loki and like his big ol' helmet with the horns.
Yeah,
when we first
comic accurate.
Yeah, when we first saw that, I don't think anybody said, oh, that looks so silly. This is weird. Why are they doing this? This just looks a little silly.
It just feels a little bit, yeah. I don't know.
Like
So
they're
this
not
is, I
taking it
guess, this is
seriously.
mostly like the new style. She's different in like, so this is kind of like a current comic book. So this is her current costume in the comic books. As you can see, it's flattering. You have the armbands and the gauntlets, and she has a bit of a midriff kind of plunge. And you can say maybe it'll be hard to make part of the suit like that, but at least it gives her a waist, and like you
Yeah.
said,
Like
the jacket.
I definitely would have done the pants a little bit differently, but you can totally do the top and she probably would have been way more comfortable, and maybe some gloves that aren't as long, like up to here.
Yeah.
But
And
oh, the costume she has is so weird. Yeah,
it's
no,
just
and,
weird,
and
right?
yeah, everybody's like right in the chat. It's so she's not sexualized basically.
That's yeah. They're superheroes, and what happened to Superman being sexualized?
Exactly. That man is wearing his underwear on the outside of his pants. Come on.
Right. I mean, yeah.
I
Griffith's
mean,
like,
they're not giving us much to look at in terms of anybody actually. So this is the opposite of One Piece, where in One Piece everyone is attractive, and this one you're kind of like, ooh, what's happening?
what's happening? Because but they're all attractive people.
Yeah, they're all attractive people. That's like the worst part of it, is that they're all very attractive people and they're making them all look really frumpy.
Uh,
That's
uh,
really weird.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I am like in the I phase because I don't get why would they take somebody that's attractive, in shape, fit, and then put them in an unflattering outfit that makes them look unfit. So,
Can you imagine having to train all those hours to get your body to look a certain way and then they put you in that? I
I
would be so mad.
yeah, I would be like, wait a minute, I want a refund of the gym time.
I don't know.
Oh, I
I'll I'll wait to really
yeah,
say anything on it once we get official looking posters and shots. Maybe, I mean, after they fix
yeah.
it, but I don't know. It's
Once
weird.
they fit it, it's probably going to look a lot better. This was somebody who shot this on site, and you kind of see when they let's see if I can make it big, a little bigger. It's not too big. Yeah. You can see a little bit of the descent coming in. You see, there's both of them descending in. And that was the cool part, that they got Superman actually saving kids and stuff like that. I thought that's cool.
Oh, that's cute.
And they had a shot. That's a great picture,
Oh, I
right?
love it. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, because Superman is. He's like the ultimate. He's like Superman and Captain America to me are like the all American, even though Superman is an alien, but to me, they represent a lot of American values. So I like to see them being good guys and doing good things and saving kids. And I don't know. So I like him. I like him as Superman. I'll give him a break. I like Henry, but I'll give him a break.
They're like, you willing to turn the other cheek to see.
I'm like, he looks like he's having fun. He looks like he's hopefully putting his heart into this character, because it does mean a lot to a lot of people. So
Right. No, I agree.
hopefully.
Hopefully. That's where we're gonna go. So let's go from hopefully to don't come here, everybody who has hope. And I know you watched The Acolyte because you crushed it on Twitter yesterday. Everybody was retweeting your tweets. Everybody was quote tweeting you. I mean, your feed must be insane because I think you had over 700,000 views on some. I mean, it was crazy. People were taking video. It was insane. But I want you to hear what Collider says about The Acolyte, the recap, and then we can do our own. Because,
No.
yeah, that's this. Because sometimes we look at it and we go, "Well, this doesn't make any sense." So, but this is the people who I think is written for, right?
This is what I want to see because this is what I was wondering how people were going to actually write about it.
Right. In the latest episode of The Acolyte, titled "Teach Corrupt," the plot continued to thicken. You can't do it with a straight face. The plot continued to thicken as Osha wakes up in Khmer's hideaway. Can somebody make like a gag with Khmer's hideaway? Just like a little bar somewhere. And Soul is faced with the ramifications of his past action. What past actions? That's what I want to know. Do you know what past actions, Lily?
Still don't know. It's been 6 episodes now. We still have no idea why these Jedi feel so guilty. 6 episodes in an 8-episode show. Keep that in mind. We still don't know the point of their entire story.
Todo va a ser revelado en la segunda época de El Acolyte. It kind of looked, the clips that you put, I thought were a little bit like us. So, as Osha begins to question the teachings of the Jedi Order, Khmer pushes her to embrace her emotions and the power they hold.
Oh my gosh.
The episode also features a hint of Khmer's traumatic backstory and his desire to create the power of 2. What traumatic backstory? Did they see the same thing we see, or are they getting something else?
Because well, when we get into the episode, I'll comment on that because it's been going around what actually happened to him because they made a big deal out of the scar on his back.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and it looks
we get scars and then we get a whip. Yeah, that's yeah. I don't know. So, after the hints and teases that the Acolyte might be headed in the direction of something akin to what we once saw between Kylo Ren and Rey. Yeah, so Reylos. What was it? Reylos? In the sequel trilogy, Leslie Headland Disney Plus series has delivered an absolute feast with Osha and Khmer intriguing dynamic.
Oh my gosh.
In episode 6, aptly titled Teach /corrupt. I love that it's /, so it's /.
I mean, yeah, they're trying to corrupt the audience of children that this was supposedly made for. I mean, correct.
Yeah. The episode penned by Headland, blah, 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 Osha waking up in an unfamiliar cave to an unknown planet.
It's Octo. It's Octo.
No, it's Khmer's hideaway.
Because Osha and Khmer were there first, guys. Yeah, it's Octo.
Well, it does bear a striking resemblance to Octo, where Rey trained with Luke Skywalker. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my gosh! How does it confirm that it's not the same planet?
It has water, Lily. All right.
The other one did too, surrounded by water.
The episode does confirm that this isn't the same planet. Can you see them doing the Jedi mind trick while they're writing this?
Yeah.
This is not the planet you're looking Uh, After watching all of her friends get killed last week and her probably forgetting about it, oh no, says OSHA is on high alert as she gets acquainted with her surroundings. A pair of adorably naked mole rat esque creatures, which seems crafted as a homage to porgs, draw her attention to a knife that she arms herself with. Dun,
Yeah,
dun,
there was
dun.
a lot of nakedness in this episode.
OSHA spots Khmer. Oh, wait a minute. This is spoilers. So if you didn't watch it, this might
No
spoil
one's
it.
watching this, Fletcher. No one's watching.
Okay. OSHA spots Khmer wandering off to the other side of the island and follows after him. Of course, right? He has no clue that she's following because she's so careful. I wonder if they could put like the music, like from El Chavo del Ocho when she's following him. Tan, 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 tararararan, tan, 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 tan. OSHA watches as he strips down. Yes,
Yes, in Star
in
Wars.
Star Wars.
That's the problem. That's the problem. It's in Star Wars.
When did we get a war, by the way? Is there any wars? Not yet. All right.
No.
And wades out into the water.
No stars either.
No stars, yeah. We get moons. We got 2 moons, though.
Oh, yeah.
Ta-da-ts. And it doesn't stop there. While he swims, OSHA snatches his lightsaber off the pile of Khmer's belongings, but he reveals that he's well aware of the fact that she's there. Ha ha ha!
While you're reading this, it reminds me of a really bad fan fiction. This is literally
This is
fan
what it
fiction.
is.
This is literally fan fiction. Oh.
This is con las estrellas también lloran, con OSHA y Khmer, juntos en un planeta. ¿Qué van a hacer? Solo ella tiene su espada de láser.
This is the creepy part. I'm
Right?
waiting for you to get to the creepy part about what he tells her.
Yeah, it doesn't stop there. While he swims, OSHA snatches lightsaber off the pile of Khmer belongings, but he reveals that he's well aware of the fact that she's there. He questions her about how it feels to hold a lightsaber again and kindly corrects her positioning as she lost her edge since she left the Jedi Order. Khmer delivers a line that will be oft-quoted. From this day forward, if you're not going to join me, I like to put my clothes back on.
And bear in mind, he's not asking her to join him in the dark side. He's asking her to join him in the pool, like in the water, while he's naked. That's creepy. That's in Star Wars. This is something that supposedly is aimed at children. So this is what kids are watching. Like what? Who?
What? It is fanfic. You can see like an Arlequin novel type, right?
Yeah,
You
it
see
really
like
is.
OSHA, that part with the lightsaber in him and OSHA.
The really weird thing about it, though, is that, let's take a look at who the creator of this series is. Leslie Headland. Who did she work for? Harvey Weinstein. And now you have this creepy Sith naked asking someone to join him naked in the bath. Like, why? Listen, I'm not a prude about it. I watch House of the Dragon. I watch Game of Thrones. There's a lot of nudity in that. But we know that that's George R.R. Martin. That's the way that he writes. This is Star Wars. George said it himself that he created this, first of all, to appeal to kids. So it's not necessarily like a kids thing because it appeals to a lot of adults too. But if a child watches it and they don't understand, the capacity with the entire story, there are things that draw kids to it. The lightsabers, Chewbacca, you have R2-D2, so many other things that draw kids to it. And you're telling me that you're not aware of this when you're making your shows? That children are going to be watching this? Like, give me a break. This is way too far. Like, we've just been making fun of it from this point, but this is too much. Too much. And the way that the camera cut off when he started like taking the bottom half of his clothes off tells me that I bet you anything they considered for at least 2 seconds actually showing him taking that off. Because it cut off a little bit too close.
So would you say this is not Star Wars, it's Star Couch?
Yeah, that's the casting couch.
Oh,
This is weird. It got super weird. Like, very weird.
who would have thought, the writers, that a Sith would be asking Osha to join him for a dip rather than joining him in the power-hungry aspirations? The Acolyte has officially given us the hottest bad boy in franchise history.
But how is he bad though? He's not even showing me that he's bad aside from, okay, he went and like killed a couple of Jedi, but to this point, he's being nice to her. This is weird. This is giving me like Stockholm syndrome,
Yeah.
where someone kidnaps you and you fall in love with your kidnapper. It's weird. It's strange. These aren't the kind of things that we should be championing in stuff like this. Like, he should be a bad guy. If he's going to be a bad guy, go all the way. And the contrast is, the really weird thing is, I don't know if you noticed, is that when May wakes up, she's tied up. When Sol finally figures out that it's not Osha, she's tied up. So the Jedi, the good guy, has her tied up. But the bad guy let her wake up on her own. She's not tied up. She's not anywhere, keeping her captive. Like, how they're trying to do that to us, that the Jedi are the bad ones. But no, this guy's misunderstood, and we should give him a pass for being hot.
That's right.
What is this garbage? It's fan fiction. It's really bad fan fiction. It's weird. Like, I hate everything they're doing with this show. Like, it's just so strange. Like, I'm no stranger to bad guys. I love villains. But just because they're hot, I'm not going to be like, oh no, he's just misunderstood, guys. Even though, he's murdering a bunch of people and he's hot, I can fix him. Like, it's nonsense. Yeah. This was made for the shippers. This was made for the Raylos. This was made for all those weird people.
Yeah, it's like, let's forget that he just murdered people, but have you seen him with his clothes off?
Hot bad boy.
Right?
Yeah. God, this is so, it's not. Nope.
Lily saying it's star nope. Oh.
Yeah, no, because you can't. I don't know, this TV show.
I don't know if you guys seen it. If you didn't see it, this is what we're talking about. And look at the great background, Lily. That's 180 million right there. That's where the budget went.
All the rocks that are probably. I mean, they saved a lot of money in clothes in this episode. So
right.
Where's the rest of the? And then this is just so creepy. Oh my gosh!
Right?
It's creepy.
She saw like in the corner, like, aha, hello there.
Like, did he have to completely undress? Like,
there's no swimsuit.
Yeah,
the Sith haven't invented. Don't forget, this is 100 years before, So no inventaron los trajes de baño todavía in Star Wars. Wow, but see, it's got the scars of the
yes,
scars.
It's the lightning whip, guys. It's not a secret. Nothing in this TV show is a surprise or clever. It's gonna be the light whip. I mean, what else would make those scars?
Are you trying to say that the wife of the showrunner wrote her wife into a great role, as a villain action figure.
Or who knows? Maybe she wasn't the one wielding the whip at the time. Maybe it was
Ooh.
Master Soul, and he's the
Oh.
one that did it. That's why he feels guilty. And when they confronted each other, this guy was like, yeah, some from your past, or I don't know what the heck he told him, but something like that. That they knew who they were. I don't know. Everything's
Sanders says it's the backside of the Force. He has
What
a
I'm
hideout, but
wondering-
he doesn't have a shower.
What I'm wondering though is how he got the scars. If we saw her use the whip and she completely cut that bug in half.
Oh, but that was in full force. This is just kinky.
So
force,
she just went.
Well, maybe he got super power Sith force field around his skin or something.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta give it. Homeboy did work his back, so give him that.
I mean, I don't think anybody would complain about this if they did the same thing for the women too. But no, they're only sexualizing the men in this TV show. Right,
because she's a pretty lady, but they have her with a sack of potatoes in space. What is that? Is that like a sack of potato, right? I mean,
and this is the second one because they made Yord do it too.
Yeah, they have him with a shirt off. It was the same thing. They started doing it in Marvel when you only see the guys with their shirts off, and they after a certain while none of the girls were able to do it for some reason. So yeah, dude.
So he has a hideout but no shower.
Yeah, he's got a hideout but no shower. It's got a hey, what's up there?
Oh, this was so creepy.
It's like it's funny because they give him the little mustache, the kind of like creepy mustache, and is this Hawaii? Is that where maybe Ezra Miller is innocent? Maybe they shot in Hawaii and this guy was.
That was actually the Acolyte they were filming, and they blamed it on Ezra Miller.
Yeah, that's what happened. It's in Hawaii. They were like, "Hey, we're just shooting the scene." It's like, man, Ezra Miller did all these horrible things, and that's the twist of the Acolyte.
It was actually the Acolyte.
Yeah, it was the Acolyte all along. Hawaii.
Oh, it was the Acolyte all along.
It was the Acolyte all along.
Oh,
hey, well, I got your lightsaber. What? Hey, what is this? Like a jogging suit? Wow.
Yeah, she's got like a.
Yeah, what? But see that she checked out the lightsaber, bro. She
did. That is even creepier.
Isn't it?
It's just so inappropriate for like a TV show like this. Yeah. Is this? Do you know off the top of your head if this TV show is PG-13 or like what rating this show has?
They don't do that anymore.
They don't?
It's TV-14 supposedly.
TV-14 for this one?
Yes.
Sorry, I was trying to find it too. TV-14.
Yeah. So I guess 14.
Yeah, but still 14-year-olds. Oh my gosh. That's still not. I mean, come on. And it's not 14-year-olds watching this stuff. It's either little kids or all of us that are watching this in hopes that it's better.
Right.
This is so weird.
It's like, hey, what you got down there?
Yeah, that whole this part was just so uncomfortable. And I don't think I was the only one that felt that way. I saw a lot of people commenting on this, that this was just really uncomfortable and inappropriate for a Star Wars show.
Yeah, you're right, Griffin. Besides the crap rating.
Yeah. I'm like, we all know that rating.
Yeah, that one's already. That was already.
Really
that's
bad,
already.
yeah.
Ah, but yeah, it's the Acolyte, and
And besides this, I don't think a lot happened. It was just pretty much all of this creepiness. And then the light whip, which is really stupid. It looks weird. It This is what I keep saying. Just because it looks good like in animation or comics doesn't mean it's going to translate to live action. It looked like a spaghetti noodle.
ah, boy, yeah, I think I have. Let's see, because you share that, and I clipped it over here, so vamos a ver el
Like I
pobrecito
clicked a
Acolyte.
lot of their stuff last night. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, you were pobre Lily no durmió. Estaba
I didn't. It's
todo,
awful.
todo el día en Twitter. Okay, ahí está.
The spaghetti noodle.
Oh, it's soy latte Jedi is all like, what?
Yeah, we have the Master Bell Grande, and now we have Master Soy Latte.
Master. There we go. Boom. Slow down. Oh,
It just looks so weird.
yeah. I mean, it kills the two. So they're like, if you guys aren't watching, these are like some like killer flies. They're from the planet, I guess. The planet, planet Bed Bath and Beyond, or Hobby Lobby plant section. That's what we could call it. And
No, it just looks weird. It looks like a spaghetti noodle. It looks very weird. Like I want to say something, but I'm trying to keep it PG.
nice. Aren't you impressed? Look at that. Lily, it's just like, oh, it uses the force.
And then did she use the force to like grab it out of her little belt?
Yeah, it's too lazy to grab it with her hand.
Like, why are they trying to do? Is her specifically because she's the one that in one of the episodes she opens an automatic door with the force.
Yeah.
And you're like, do you realize that that's automatic? Like you don't need to. And now she did it again with the lightsaber. That's so cringe. Like, why won't you just? It's right there. It's literally right there. Just do this.
Well, my question is, if you can just grab it, I mean, the light whip feels a bit dangerous. Feels not OSHA approved. But if you can just grab it like that, why do you need to wield it with your hand at all? Why not just throw it in the air with the force and just swap the fly and then put it back? It's like, I guess she has to activate it.
I don't know.
Activate.
Some people were trying to explain, I guess, how it works in Legends.
Oh, okay.
Kind of makes a little bit more sense. So they did actually do what you said. So the user, I guess, of the light whips has to actually use the force to control it, because of course it's just like light. So you do have to have like a pretty high skill level to actually use a light whip, because you're controlling it with the force. If you can't control it, you're literally gonna chop through everything. So I guess they gave her this weapon so that we can tell that, like, oh no,
she's the most awesome ever.
Yeah, she's the most awesome ever. She's the most powerful, because look at her. She's wielding a light whip.
Huh. Está. And if you have the danger's coming from the back, then it's necessary to twirl it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But it might have some mass. All I know
and
is
then of
like,
course,
go ahead, Liz.
and then of course, guys, Master, oh my gosh, wow, I just lost my entire train of thought. Okay, it's back. So of course, Master Windu is not the first one to have a purple lightsaber. Of course not, because they can't let George's characters have anything anymore. She's the first one to have a purple lightsaber now. So
No, it's Violeta.
so there you go. They can't let George. They're completely destroying everything George made. First of all, they weren't even gonna have a purple lightsaber until Samuel L. Jackson actually asked for it.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, if you've seen the clip, like George is explaining to him, like, oh, usually the Jedi only have like a blue or a green blade, and the bad guys have a red one. And then Samuel L. Jackson tells him, "Can I have a purple one?" And George was like, "Yeah, sure, we'll get you a purple one." But
Samuel Jackson.
None of that is special anymore because she's the first one to have a purple.
She is the chosen one. I think that this is going to be great for. I can always see Teos already thinking about doing a lightsaber jaripeo, and get like the lasso lightsaber. When are we getting that?
Oh my gosh!
Please, somebody make that into a meme. Just
do it.
Pónganle el lazo un poco con un jaripeo ahí con unas vacas en espacio. Pero mira, boom.
I don't think that guy realizes how close to getting chopped in half he came.
Right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Y la cara.
Look, and then it's just like
La cara dice, me dijiste que los tacos no eran chilosos.
And then what was up with this guy? Oh my gosh, this was one of my tweets that went crazy last night because I put up a picture of him and I was like, the soy is strong with this one. Like, oh my gosh, he seemed like the most useless Jedi ever. Like, how did he make it this far?
It's because he's a light-skinned Jedi, and he's a male. All right.
He had to go with the woman so that she could, protect him and show him the way.
So is Padawan Soy Latte, is he or matcha latte as we like to call him in the temple? Is he the Padawan of that green giant?
I honestly have no idea. I thought that he was another like Jedi Knight, not necessarily a master, but a knight. I have no clue. Oh, you know what? Do we get like a shot of him, like his belt? Because the only thing I did pay attention to that someone put up is that you can tell what rank they are by their belts. I guess Jackie, she was a Padawan and her sash underneath her belt was green. So that means that you're a Padawan.
What?
So like if his is a different color, then you're a master or a knight or something. Yeah, I don't know.
What? Yeah, that was crazy, but I was going to say, what's up to Terry Ike, who gave, 5 Midnight Sedge memberships. Woo! Muchas gracias, Terry. We really appreciate it. If you guys want, get your membership. Make sure that's clicked on there, and this is for you, Terry.
Nacho, 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 vir nacho. Nacho, 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 vir nacho.
And for the Acolyte.
Thank you, Terry.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Okay. All right. So you have do you have it up on your screen so you can share those?
Which one do you want me to share?
Up, whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Well, we already saw this one.
Right. Let's see.
Poor guy. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean to the actor. It's just they make all these people look so dumb and useless.
He's the hot toy guy. Hot toy Jefe.
I'm not even going to comment on that weird meme because I fully believe we should stop making stupid people famous. If you complain about the Kardashians, you should have a problem with that too. Just saying.
There, see? Look at the intent. You know, she's like, aha. Doesn't he have the Force too? How come he can't tell when something's...
I don't know. Because no one can tell when they have the Force. Look at Soul.
Yeah. And then boom, it becomes a stick again. There you go.
Okay, I think I can share it now.
You can share it? Okay. Let me go. And okay. Let's see. All right. Just I think you hit %, and then I can put it up. There you go. All right. Boom. At stage.
Got it. All right, ready?
Ready.
And then I have to play without the music, right? So they don't.
Yeah, unless it's.
I mean, the
something.
music kind of sucks in this TV show too. So you guys aren't missing anything.
Wow.
Let's
It's funny
see.
because Polly put it with, whip it good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
I didn't see that.
Yes, lightsaber dysfunction.
Look, it just. Oh my gosh.
Okay, yeah. Griffin's got it. It said colors used to be blue Guardian School, green Consular School, and yellow was Sentinel.
I think they added that later. Because
Yeah.
I think the only colors that he used to have were the I don't think they really had a meaning. I think George just kind of changed the colors a little bit until I think a little bit later the colors actually signified something. But to George, I think he initially just had green, blue, and then of course the bad guys were red because that's what we saw. And I don't think it was for lack of like wanting to have different colors. Maybe they were just limited back in when he was making the originals. So it was probably the only 3 colors that that he could use at the time. So but yeah, that was pretty bad. And then the last thing that I actually let me see. The last thing that I actually put up was this part that they tried to copy. They tried to copy Darth Vader.
Oh yeah. I saw that. Yeah,
And
play
I
the
think
audio on that one because I think that the audio makes it make sense.
so. You guys remember Revenge of the Sith, right?
She puts the helmet on, and now, sound design.
Yeah, you guys remember Revenge of the Sith? Remember? Remember?
Memory berries.
Yeah, the member berries. Oh, when I saw this, I was like, can you guys leave Anakin and Darth Vader alone? Like, stop.
No,
Stop it already.
it's the best Darth Vader ever.
Yeah, as soon as they did that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is super dumb too. I honestly don't understand. I know they were trying to make it like some big moment that, oh my gosh, she's putting on the helmet, so she's considering being like evil now, and it's got to be like this moment. Okay, but why don't you come up with a new, different kind of moment instead of just taking one from something that was done much better and then doing this, because it just looks silly. When they did it to Vader and you could see his point of view when they put the helmet on, you can kind of see through that he was looking through red, right? And with this one, it looks really silly because the eye slits are literally like this tiny.
Yeah, go
You can't
back.
see-
Go forward a little bit. I think what she has to.
Yeah, she. Let me see.
Because you said it was like it's kind of like the Daredevil deprivation. Thing.
Yeah, like that's literally what she's looking through. How?
Using the Force.
Look at how tiny that is. Like if they were gonna do this, don't give us a look inside the helmet because then it just looks silly that you can't see anything. I mean, what are you supposed to be looking at?
I can't. It's like, yeah, that's. I wonder if they're trying to do like an Iron Man thing too, where like when he touches it, funny. So Jaime, how do you see through those little slits?
It's what we're all trying to figure out. Everybody's like, she's gonna feel her way around the Force.
He killed those Jedi with almost no vision at all. Yeah, he was using the dark side, but this one, but Gajivas is when Disney ordered Tony Jaa. it's Tony Jaa from Temu. Oh, that's funny.
I don't know. This entire show just has so many issues. Oh my gosh.
Well, this is something that I saw today, and a ver si lo ven. So like a plot idea, supposedly. So luego estas películas de fans no ocurren que la culpa de Star Wars y de la serie de la Acolyte, que la idea es brutal. Sí, pero mejor no esperar nada y siempre ver lo que nos cuentan. Y eso es lo que se refiere. So what they're talking about is they're talking about this, like, this could be like the twist that this Khmer guy is just going to get basically totaled later as the kind of plot twist, So they're going to bring Tenebrous in. So, have you seen this plot idea?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, do you want to explain it to people that might not? Well, should we play the thing first to see what?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. I don't know what kind of audio is on this one, so I'm just gonna turn it out, but maybe turn it low. Who knows? Let's see. See how it goes.
You have failed me, Inquisitor.
Avengers!
Run!
You would be wise to surrender.
Oh, what did I do? Oh yeah, that was it.
You have failed me, Inquisitor.
Avengers! Run! No!
You would be wise to surrender.
What do you think about that?
I think that they would be trying to give it a Luke moment in season 2 of The Mandalorian for everyone to go, oh my gosh, that was so cool. But the thing is, a lot of people don't know who Tenebris is. If you haven't delved into a lot of the legend stuff, like I'm barely really getting into it too. So I've known this plot because I did read the Darth Plagueis book. So I know what's going on here, but just like the explanation for what Kimir's helmet is made of, if you're not really that deep into the lore, you're not going to know what's happening. You're not going to know this is happening. So basically, this is kind of telling us that Tenebris is supposed to be the master that takes on Plagueis. So they were going back and forth to see if maybe Plagueis was going to show up or Tenebris is going to show up. And, they're supposed to be going by the rule of 2. So there's only a master and an apprentice that can exist at one point. So I don't know if they're going to try to do the cheesy thing where if Tenebris were to come in and he kills Kimir, he's going to be like, oh no, you're useless to me, because of course he's still a man. And he's going to take on Osha and be like, you are the one that's more worthy to be my acolyte. You see where that's stupid?
Right.
So if they do that, that's going to be probably what they do, which is still stupid. And 2, I'm not sure if they can do that, because then what's the point of the plot of the Jedis feeling guilty over things? They still haven't told us what that's all about. So you would think that they would try to wrap that up first, right?
Flashbacks. Gotta do the flashbacks for 18 minutes of your 18-minute show.
Like I don't know. I'm not really sure this would make it better. Like I would love to have seen this on screen with Tenebris and then Darth Plagueis, and then way into the future with Palpatine, but not under Disney. Definitely not under Disney. So if they bring this in, I don't know. They're going to confuse all the fans. They're going to be like, who the heck is this guy? What's happening? It's not going to be the moment they're looking for.
But isn't that what everybody's doing already? Isn't everybody just going, what the heck is happening?
But they're going to think it's like a slam dunk. Like, they're not ready for this, you guys. And it's like, all right, but not a lot of people know who this is. Because I would get like super confused when people would talk about the video games and they would bring up a lot of Jedis that came into the video games first.
Mm-hmm.
And when people would talk about it, and I'd be like, what are they talking about? I don't know who that is, because not everybody plays the video games. Not everybody's into the comic books. Not everybody actually reads the books. So I think this is where they fail with a lot of their stuff. And because, see, this is how I can kind of compare it. So they said that with the Acolyte, a brand new Star Wars fan or viewer could come in and not be confused and catch up with all of their lore. The Mandalorian supposedly was supposed to be the same thing. That if you didn't know a lot about Star Wars, you could get into the Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't compare the two because they're introducing things that are in deep lore. Like the helmet, what it's made out of. I still keep forgetting what the name is called, but that's
Cortosis.
Yeah, cortosis. That's deep lore.
Yeah.
Tenebris, if you haven't read the books or anything like that, you don't know who that is. That's deep lore. With The Mandalorian, I feel like it's easier to get into because they kept it very small. It's pretty
Right.
much just Mando
Right.
going through
Bounty
his adventure.
hunter. Yeah, it's Western.
He's a bounty hunter. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. But it still has Star Wars elements. You still see in season 2 where they bring in more Mandos and they bring in the Darksaber. A lot of people recognize the Darksaber because a lot of people watch the Clone Wars.
Right.
That's something easy to get into. It's not like having to read a book. It's not like having to buy 1,000 comic books. It's not like having to play a video game. So it's easier for people to watch a TV show like that, especially like a cartoon. I watched them when they all first came out. So when I saw the Darksaber, I was like, oh my gosh, it's the Darksaber. And so did a lot of other people. You really didn't have to dig deep to find what that was.
Right.
And for this, you're like, what? What is this? Like, what's going on? So your audience is already confused. You're confusing them more. This doesn't make for a good show. It basically,
it's a murder mystery, Lily. Don't you see it?
It's just for like the Raylos. This is basically just fan fiction for the Raylos, where I honestly thought they were doing a good job with The Mandalorian when Jon Favreau was in charge. As soon as he wasn't in charge, even though they're saying that he's still in charge, he's not in charge. Now it's Dave Filoni. Look at what happened to season 3.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because I honestly believe The Mandalorian pulled in a lot of new fans. I've spoken to a lot of like friends of mine that said they were never interested in Star Wars, but The Mandalorian was easy to follow. The story wasn't difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And they would learn about Star Wars slowly, that they actually got curious, went back and watched like the originals, the prequels, and they enjoyed it. So it actually did make them a brand new Star Wars fan. But like, this sucks. I've tried so hard to give it a chance, and it's just really bad. Like, who would want to go back and watch Star Wars if you think this is what Star Wars is?
Yeah. So, then Polly says that Tenebris is dead.
I think at this point he's still alive.
Yeah, and this is a game one. Yeah, my sister watched the Acolyte, and not the Acolyte, the Mandalorian, and she loved it. And she got lost in the 3rd season because she didn't know she had to watch, Boba Fett. So I was like, hey, you just gotta watch. What was it, episode 3 and 4 of Book of Boba Fett, and then you're fine.
Yeah, they started losing people there too, because all of a sudden you're like, how is Grogu back with Mando? What happened?
Right. What happened?
What?
So final thought on this episode of The Great Acolyte.
It was pretty much boring. I honestly feel like it was a filler episode, which is weird to have a filler episode in an 8-episode show. But I mean, what really happened? Nothing other than we finally saw the light whip, and Kamir is weird and naked everywhere. So nothing else really happened.
It's just weird. So Polly has a question, Lily.
Died during 67 years before Anakin. I'd have to look at the book because it says it in the book, like the timeline. But it wouldn't matter in this world though, because that book isn't canon. So if they wanted to put Tenebris, if they wanted to put Plagueis, if they wanted to put anyone they wanted to, they'd be like, well, it's not actually canon, you guys. So they could do whatever they want with it. Because I think it says it in the book, but I read it like last year, so I'd have to go back and look at it. But I don't think they care. Look what they did with Kennedy. They don't care.
Yeah, okay. It's not a priority. But one thing that I know that you care about is esta época de La Casa del Dragón. And I think it's this one over here. Yeah. I did watch this part, which I thought was really cool. You'd be proud of me. Oh. And I like this guy, Cole.
Oh my God, give me a break.
That part was kind of cool.
No, I mean what the person said.
What? Oh, not that part, Lily. We stood there out to me. It's how Cole saw the danger first, and instead of fleeing, allowed everyone to get ahead of him first, ensuring everyone was safe before moving himself. Oh, yeah, that. But it looked like he was even with everybody.
Yeah, it looked like he was.
Right? I didn't see that.
It looked like that if his men were to get caught up in all of this, he wouldn't care. He's a very selfish character. He's terrible. I don't make excuses for Kristen Cole.
But he does have a cool armor and a nice horse.
And not even.
Man, just Hayden.
Yes,
we've got to change your name to Hayden Christensen. I thought that was cool. I mean, the dragon comes out like bam. I was like, man, this show's kind of cool.
This dragon is so pretty. Look
Isn't
at her.
it? Like with like, it's almost
This
like
dragon.
a. What is this dragon?
I think that she's on Moon Dancer. That's the name of this dragon.
That's pretty cool.
With all the like pretty stripes and she's so pretty.
Yeah, it's like I don't see where he goes first and let everybody go. So I think he's going. You know, they're all hauling horses out of there.
Yeah, they're all hauling butt.
Like it's a dragon coming, Holmes. You better.
I know. Are you seriously gonna wait until all your?
It's like hold up, let's wait. But this is the part I don't get. Can't she just fire breathe them into the forest, or?
I mean, she could try, but I don't think she really knows where they are because she can't really see from up top. So she'd have to just torch the whole. But a little bit later in the episode, when she's telling Rhaenyra about it, she said, "Well, you told me not to engage, so I didn't."
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably why she didn't just open fire on them.
I mean, but look at the costumes, guys. This costs, I think, just about the same as the Acolyte, and the shows are literally 30 minutes more each episode?
They're night and day. I mean, just look at all of the armor that everybody's wearing.
The armor is gorgeous. I mean, look at that.
And it's not just armor for one person. It's armor for several people, and
the horses.
And they're still in budget. 190 million versus the Acolyte 180 million.
Look at that. Look at that armor. That's crazy. That's just crazy.
Like on everyone else who's wearing the same armor, it's awesome. On Kristen Cole, not so much. Even though it's the same armor,
Porque esos son los verdes, no? These are the green ones. This is your team black.
Yes, you can see the little, like on his shields, you can see the tower of the high towers, their little sigil.
Nice. All I see when I see this though is Attack on Titan. And I'm thinking, look how that's beautiful though. That is.
I love how they have armor too. That's so cute.
Oh yeah, they have the little, inside the heads and stuff. It's really amazing. But it's so well done, Lily. I was like, man, and I see what Lily's talking about. This show is so well done. And look at the armor. This is not 3D printed.
Like Rings of Power.
Right?
Oh, another show that we're gonna have so much fun when it comes out.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, we should do kind of like a breakdown of like everything that they're doing stupid. But yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. I love this scene.
Right? It was such a cool scene. I was like, man, that dragon coming in, like, what? I was like, whoa, that is pretty cool. That is pretty
And
cool.
I think from Game of Thrones to this one, the way that the dragons look has improved so much because I've gone back to watch Game of Thrones, and the dragons look good, but you can still tell that they're very much CGI. But in this show, they've improved them so much that they look so real.
Yeah, I do think that they did such an awesome job on it
So
because
they're spending their money wisely.
yeah, I mean, look at the shading and stuff on it. And it's like
Beautiful.
yeah, and the scenery, it's not. They don't have to make it dark.
No, to hide all their
Imperfections. Yeah. Yeah, look at that scene. Love that. Love that. Very good. But yeah, I don't know. Yes, it's somebody I'd ask who did it. Oh, I think it was Cosmic Vader. Yeah. So la pregunta dice, dudo que el Acolyte solo costó 180 millones. No que originalmente se habló de 300 millones. Eso es el problema con Disney, que cada vez que escuchamos que ellos tengan un presupuesto, siempre va a ser más alto que el presupuesto. Entonces, si dicen que es 180, quién sabe, capaz que tienes razón, capaz que es 300. What do you think? I mean, it does seem like every time that we hear about a budget for Disney, it's not true.
I think it might actually track unless they're lying about every single show, because I believe that Obi-Wan only cost them 90 million and Ahsoka only cost 100 million. So if we think that the Acolyte isn't actually 180 and it was something around 300, maybe those shows they're actually lying to, and those are like 200, 250 million also. But according to Disney, those are their numbers. Which, to be honest, I think Obi-Wan and Ahsoka actually looked better than this show, and this one's way more expensive.
Yeah. But
I mean, they're spending it on really stupid things. I guess they have someone who's actually going in to teach them how to be Jedi, like with all their like hand motions. And I'm over here thinking, why do you need someone to teach you something like that? Like, it's just watch how other people have done it, or how you yourself or your character would do things like that, because not everybody does it the same. If you watch like Anakin or Obi-Wan do their little force thing, not everybody does it the same. So why do you need someone that you're going to pay a bunch of money to come and teach you how to do stuff like that? Money laundering.
That's all it is.
They're money laundering.
Money laundering. Now, I know that this one, well, what do you think of this episode first?
I think I've kind of come to terms that we're not going to get a lot of action in the beginning of this season, only because I think they're still setting everything up, and now we know they're going to have a season 3. So I'm kind of judging it that way. If it were last season where it started off a little bit slower and I was like, really, when are we getting to all the action? I would have rated it a little bit lower, but kind of understanding that, I liked it. I'm enjoying it. I'm liking how they're kind of setting everything up for us. And like in this scene that Kristen Cole was on his way to Harrenhal,
Right.
and at the same time Damon was also on his way to Harrenhal. So I'm still enjoying it. There's still a lot of really cool stuff in this. All of the dialogue is still really good versus the Acolyte, where it's just so stupid. It's just so dumb. But at least in House of the Dragon, we're actually getting competent writers that are giving us some really good dialogue.
And what did you think of, because I know that there was a little bit of controversy because of the eggs. You know, they were saying that this is gonna kind of mess up the Rhaenyra thing. So
With the eggs?
yeah.
I don't think so, because if you guys have been reading the books, I don't know if we can talk spoilers. Books
Yeah, go ahead.
versus
Yeah,
the-
no.
So in the books, they tell us a little story where I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to tie it into Game of Thrones and how Daenerys came by those eggs. So supposedly, how can I explain it? I don't know if in this version they're trying to make it no, you know what, to be honest, I don't think they can tie it in that way, because I was going to say there's a scene in the book where a clutch of eggs gets stolen by someone and it ends up in someone else's hands, and it kind of just keeps going from there, and people thought that that was where Daenerys eventually ended up with them. But that happened like years and years before what's currently happening in Game of Thrones. So I don't know if that's what people are talking about, that they're saying that this is going to mess up the story from the books. But what they have to keep in mind is that George R.R. Martin said that whatever's happening in the TV show are actual events. And he kind of said that there's two different types of canon. You have your book canon, what happened in the book, and then you have canon of what happened in the TV show. So they're probably going to tie it in that way. I mean, I thought it was cool that the eggs showed up and they're kind of giving them over to Rhaena because she's feeling a little sad that she doesn't have a dragon. So this is a big responsibility for her to be, keeping a clutch of eggs safe, because this is basically the future of the Targaryens.
Yeah, I mean, I like that they're keeping their fan base, on point, and they're not trying to subvert it so much. And at the same time, they're giving them like so much hope,
I think the only thing I didn't like in this episode was the brothel scene that I saw a lot of people also commenting on. I think that was so unnecessary. Like I said, I'm used to Game of Thrones. I know what's going to be in it, but this was a little bit like X-rated levels of, I didn't need to see all of that, and neither did the viewers. It served no purpose. Like we know the characters are going to a brothel. We're all aware of what happens at brothels. We don't need to see it front and center in our face. That was a little too. Oh, that was way too much, and I think they told the line way. I mean, they didn't even toe the line. They like ran past the line. That was way too much. And I was kind of enjoying how House of the Dragon kind of pulled back on a lot of the nudity, because, to be honest, if it doesn't serve the story, why is it there? Right. Just like in Star Wars, we didn't even see nudity, but it was implied. Why does it need to be there? So it was too much. It was very uncomfortable.
Oh my gosh, poor Lilly.
It was. It's because it was like two scenes that I think a lot of people were complaining about. Because usually when they'll show these scenes, like it's quick and then they'll move on to something else. But there was a scene with Aemond Targaryen where he gets up and he starts walking, and you think that the camera, because obviously he's nude, You
Right.
think that the camera's gonna follow him, and when he gets up, the camera's gonna like pan up to kind of catch him from like the waist up. It never does that. The camera stays really way back here. When he starts walking, he's full frontal. Like there's nothing covering him. And it was for like a very long time. That was kind of like, okay.
Ooh.
That was weird. And then when they came into the brothel, there was another scene where you can see some very, very graphic things happening that I don't think they need to show. Yeah, thank you, Terry. Yeah, no, it's not being a prude. Like, I understand this world. It's just that if it's not serving your story, why do you need it in there? It's useless. And I'll give you like a what I think is a good example. If you guys have seen Oppenheimer, there's 2 scenes in Oppenheimer. There's 2 sex scenes in there. I think one of them actually serves your story. The other one serves nothing. So there's the first time that I think Oppenheimer gets together with Florence Pugh's character, and that's kind of bordering a little bit graphic. And they show her super nude afterwards. And what purpose is that serving? Both of them are sitting across from each other talking. Why does she have to be nude? I don't understand. But then there's another scene later where he has to admit that he was unfaithful to his wife while she's there. And in that scene, the wife is imagining him being intimate with the woman that he cheated on. I think that one serves a purpose because it's in her head and she's like watching her husband being unfaithful to her. And you can't really see a lot either. So that one kind of puts you in the headspace of his wife where you're like, oh my God, can you imagine how she feels right now? Like imagining what happened. That one serves your story. The other ones don't. If it doesn't serve your story, why do you have to go through with it? Like, we all know what's going to happen when the characters start getting all crazy. Why don't you just have a cut? You don't need to show what happens next. We all know.
Right. It's just like gratuitous.
Yeah, that's what Terry said. It's gratuitous nudity. Like in this episode of House of the Dragon, it was too much. You honestly did not need any of that. If you cover up your actors, if you took out the gratuitous super crazy scenes that happened at the beginning of the brothel, it wouldn't change your story. So yeah, that was much. And I'm used to this kind of stuff in shows. So for me to say that it's too much, it was way too much. Right.
I mean, yeah, you know what you're getting into with House of the Dragon, but you start getting. But did you see the meme that Perry Chan made about it? I guess the brothel scene.
No, I didn't see it. Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh! Yeah, it's your favorite. What is the deal with this girl that they made that meme and she's everywhere? I really don't get it. But they made one of these silly memes. So it's just so stupid.
Oh my god!
The House of the Dragon meme. There you go. What is this famous? I have no clue. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like every week there's something else. It's all over the place, and it's like, what? How's that productions?
Yeah, I'm kind of boycotting the Hooked Girl because it's I think it's very hypocritical of people. I'm going to say it right now. It's hypocritical because everybody complains about things like Pride, and then we give a pass to something like this. Like, no, these are intimate things that shouldn't be in the public. Like if you want to talk about it amongst your friends or whatever you do in private, cool. But we're giving this lady a pass for saying something like this, and then at the same time turning around and saying that like the Kardashians are inappropriate and all of these things are inappropriate when you're uplifting this girl. Like that's very hypocritical to me. So
Because it seems like the same people that are saying, "Hey, what's up with that?" are the same people that are saying, "Hey, this girl's saving the internet." I don't see her
yeah,
saving the internet.
how is she using the internet by also exhibiting degenerate behavior? Because this is degenerate behavior. I mean, is this what men want for like their wives? For
Exactly.
us to,
You wouldn't want your sister or your
yeah,
wife or your mother to be out there doing it.
like if I go, like I said, whatever you do in private, that's your private life. Whatever you want to talk about with your friends in private, that's your private life. But don't come around and say that, oh no, you can't wife someone like a Kardashian, but you wife someone like this.
Yeah, that's not it. Speaking of something that should have remained private, did you see the images of this? Because I know nobody's talking about it. It just fascinated me because they still going forward with this. Why?
You know what? I'll be honest. When I first started watching WandaVision, I was excited for that show until, of course, they messed it up and ended it really stupid. But when I first figured out that they were going to make like an Agatha show, I was kind of on board because I was like, yeah, it's going to be witches and Agatha being cool and stuff. But now I kind of don't care.
I think a lot of people are in the same boat. Y para los que están escuchando, estas unas fotos nuevas que salieron de la serie Agatha, que en verdad es una spin-off de WandaVision. Un show que en verdad empezó bien y terminó, en mi opinión, un poco mal. Y estas son las imágenes que van a ser el elenco nuevo de este show. Ha cambiado varias veces el nombre del show por alguna razón. Pero ahora se llama Agatha All Along. Agatha para siempre sería, pero es algo que no entiendo por qué se hizo. Marvel teniendo tantos héroes, tantos villanos para escoger. Van a escoger una villana que en verdad no es no es conocida para la gente que no ha leído los libros y no fue tan bien recibida en la serie. So I don't know. What do you think, Lily? I mean, she's not well known even for some comic readers, and she wasn't well received in WandaVision. So it's and now they're it's like a coven of witches, and none of these people do we know or we should care about. But it goes to, I guess, the deeper meaning that it just feels like they're putting out their best stuff out there. We don't have a I don't know, a Hulk TV show like we did. No Captain America TV show, no Iron Man TV show. We got Agatha.
I think this is probably going to go down the same way as Miss Marvel. I think that was the other TV show that they had that like no one really watched. Yeah, that no one really watched. I don't even think people would watch this to even laugh at it or make content out of it because there's just really no one cares. Like that's bad. At least with something like the Acolyte, we've been waiting for it for so long and they've been talking about it so ridiculously that you're like, you know what? I need to check this out. I need to see why everyone's making such a big deal out of it. But like something like Agatha, I don't think it's on anybody's radar. I don't think anybody really cares.
Yeah. It's something that was a bit more surprising to me because it just feels like you're not you're not doing something that you know it's gonna make money. So I agree with Cosmic Vader.
Pretty much. I think everyone's just gonna pass this along and
Yeah,
nobody will care.
yeah. They did have the She-Hulk TV show and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Man, I did try to get through that. That was hard to get through. Did you see
I
that one,
did.
Lily?
No, I
No,
think
you saved.
I got to episode, I think, 3 of the Winter Soldier, and I didn't finish it. I didn't even try to watch She-Hulk. I knew it was gonna be a mess. I didn't even try to watch that. So
Oh my gosh, it was all painful. It was all painful. And I think this is a little bit more of that. It's more of the pain, which I don't get because you're like, it's it doesn't comprehend. You're like, if you are a movie company and you're thinking to yourself, this is going to make me money, why would you do this? This is almost like just shooting yourself in the foot. But
yeah.
I don't know, guys. What do you think? Are you guys going to check out? Va a ser un show que te va a interesar, y si no, díganos, porque para nosotros no va a ser algo que nos va a interesar, pero capaz que será divertido, no sé, va a ver. Ya tenemos brujas en el Acolyte y ahora vamos a tener brujas en Marvel, que son más brujas que brujas. But here we go, the one that could be surprising. ¿Qué piensas, Lily? Porque mucha gente está diciendo que esta va a ser la película sorprendente porque tenemos a Pedro Pascal, tenemos a Denzel Washington, y se ve linda la película. Se ve bien. Escuché de gente que ya la vieron que el trailer estuvo fabuloso, que se ve espectacular y si te gustó la primera te va a encantar la segunda. What do you think?
I honestly, I really hope this is good. I'm gonna say that I don't think this needed a second part. I think Gladiator is already like a standalone film that's amazing, and you didn't need to make a second part out of it. But well, now there is, so there's that. But I mean, it looks good. I've only seen the pictures. Of course, we don't have a trailer yet. I think that comes out on the 9th. So until then, I'm just going off by the images, but the pictures actually look pretty good. I think they captured kind of the feeling of the first movie with the this sounds really weird, but whatever filter they're using to film.
Gladiator filter.
Like Gladiator filter. Like you get the same tone and everything that they captured from the first one. So I mean, that looks good. And again, I don't know how much this cost to make. Hopefully it wasn't like a astronomically crazy budget, but the armor looks pretty good.
Doesn't it?
All of the costumes and everything so far that I've seen look really good too. So hopefully they spent it wisely and we're going to get a really good movie. And
Yeah,
if you guys have followed me in any capacity, I enjoy Pedro's acting, so I'm going to be looking forward to this. I'll be watching it.
Es una Pedro fanática.
Yes.
No,
I will watch
pretty
it,
cool.
but I will also be very honest. If it's not good, I will also let you know. So it's not going to be that just because I like Pedro, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. No.
Yeah, and this is ¿cómo se llama, señor? Paul Mescal. Tiene look. Pero ahí viene la... So I guess this is following somebody that's, it's a different character. We're getting Gladiator, but we're not getting the same people. So that's why it's
So
different.
Paul Mescal is actually playing the little boy from Gladiator 1.
Oh,
So yeah, the
is
first
it?
part. Yeah. Yeah, so Paul Mescal is actually playing so it was Lucilla's son. Now he's all grown up. Yeah, and supposedly I think it sounds like Pedro's character is actually romantically linked to Lucilla, who's the mom, Connie Nielsen.
Okay.
So it sounds like they're together. And from what I kind of read with the story is that I think his name was Lucius, actually. So they sent the little boy off. He grew up in a really different kind of environment, and now he's back. So now all of this is going on. So I mean, it sounds
Oh my
interesting
gosh.
that they did tie it. They did tie it to the first one, but we'll
Mhm.
see if they actually make it really good, which I hope they do.
Yeah, well, there you have it. I'm looking forward to watching Denzel. I, you know, I enjoy him. This looks awesome. No, he's not playing a, uh, uh, a Roman emperor as people were getting mad. Yes, there were black people in Rome during those times, guys. But
Oh man, I think people need to chill out. I think we're just reacting to things so
so
harsh.
quickly.
Yeah, like I get it. Hollywood
Yes.
would like they would do that, but
Well, they
like
have. Yeah, they do. They have. They, yeah. But I mean, come on, look at that look. Denzel's the man.
and it's
I'm gonna
freaking
be there.
Denzel. Do you think Denzel
Yeah,
would take like, a role that's not gonna be good? Everything he's ever done has been
amazing.
really awesome. So I'm not getting my hopes up too high, but I am excited for it. So we'll see. Because Gladiator is one of my like top favorite movies of all time.
Mm.
Like
It's one of those things that I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, it's good, and we don't get.
yeah, that's why I'm
It's hard to mess
saying,
up though.
yeah. I mean it. I mean they can.
They can. We don't put it past
They
them.
They can. I wouldn't put it past them, but yeah, that's why I said they didn't need a second part. I feel like Gladiator is just like an amazing standalone movie. Like that's where it ends, and that's it. That's where it should
But
have
aren't you
ended.
happy? Is not the um, fighting in hell or something like that idea that people were talking about?
Mm, wait, what do you mean?
There was one that we're talking about that Maximus was fighting his way out of hell, and they were trying him to get him to kill Jesus or something like that, and that was kind of like shopped around. And I was like,
Oh,
okay, yeah,
oh, that's kind of weird.
yes. Well, speaking of hell, I don't know if you saw. Did you see any of the Hellboys?
I did. I was a big fan of the ones when Guillermo was still making them.
Yeah. So, la gente que no conozca, la serie Hellboy, la de películas, fue creada en parte con Guillermo del Toro y se estrenó hace unos cuantos años en dos y luego tomaron como digamos una diferente dirección en la nueva, pero ahora según alguna gente va a regresar a su un poco de un budget más pequeño y va a ser más personal, como dicen. Pero va a ser Hellboy, The Crooked Man. Se lanzó, creo, el primer trailer y va a ser más como una película de terror y este es como, digamos, la primer look. Jack Kesey, que ni sé quién es. Lilly, si tú lo conoces.
I
Uh,
have no idea who that is.
Yeah, so no lo conozco,
He's,
no lo he visto a nadie.
he's playing Hellboy?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Jack Kesey.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Hellboy Crooked Man ha desatado gran emoción ahora con Jack Kesey, quien toma el manto de icono demonio rojo en la adaptación que promete ser fiel a la obra de Mike Mignola. Mike Mignola fue el artista y escritor de Hellboy. Y esta es la primera look. Eh, Se ve un poco chafa, like they would say, a little less red, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it looks a little desaturated. I mean, looking at the actual makeup that they did for him, he looks cool. He looks good.
Right. Yeah.
He
The
doesn't
makeup
look
is
bad. Maybe it's just because it's like a movie still and it's not the final thing that it's not going to be like oversaturated.
right. So I guess this is the.
I don't know. It's because I liked the old ones, and then you know how they tried to reboot it a couple years ago with the actor that played Hopper in Stranger Things. Like
Yeah.
that one wasn't very good either.
No, that one was it was all over the place.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So
It
now
felt like it didn't know what it wants to be.
now I don't know if I want to give this one a chance, because I'm like, no, like you guys just can't get Hellboy correctly. I don't know.
Well, let's see this. Let's see. Tell me if you hear this one. Pause it. It's not a good clip, I think. I think it's just going around. Going around. Oh well. I guess there it is. Can't see anything.
Something in these hills.
Oh, of course, it's in the corner.
Something haunted.
Can you see it, Lily?
Evil.
Yeah, I can see it now.
It smells like
So I guess they went like more Evil Dead style, I guess.
death.
How do you know that?
Dark things called dark things.
I heard tales about him all my life. Most just called him Crooked Man.
Creepy. Oh, that was creepy.
Right? It looks a little bit like lower budget, doesn't it?
Okay, just kidding. I might actually watch this. that looked a little creepy. I'm like, oh my god, that scared me a little bit. Like the crooked man that came out and just went like that. I'm all
Lily's like, it's so creepy. I love it.
It's so creepy. I love it. Yes, but you know what? No, okay, I agree with you. That I agree with you. He looks way too desaturated. Why is he like the whole movie's desaturated, so I get it. But like with Hellboy, you're supposed to pick out that he's like super red.
Right, that's the thing. But I mean, I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt because it does look like they have a complete vision.
Yeah,
you know?
just
this
kidding. I'll watch it. I'm like,
all your friends, they all gonna die.
Okay.
What the heck? Okay, this is giving me like emotions. It's creeping me out. Now I want to watch it.
Right?
Oh, that was creepy. Yeah.
So what do you think? No.
I think that I take my words back and I will probably check this out. That looks cool.
Cool. Yeah. Somebody says it's like oh boy meets meets Anaconda. Yeah.
It looks like Hellboy meets Anaconda meets The Conjuring.
Yeah. Right. Or what's the one
Yeah.
where the witches what was that one that everybody was the witches coming into like found footage film or something?
Oh, the Blair Witch Project?
It looks good, like a yeah, like a
Wait,
Blair
didn't
Witch
they have
Project. Yeah,
wasn't The Conjuring 2 wasn't like the main villain like the Crooked Man too? Is this like the same Crooked Man?
I think it's because it's one of those one of those legends.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, is it?
But
Is it
it does set up for so many jokes. That's messed up. Griffin has a yeah. It's a
No,
great,
this is
yeah.
cool.
So right,
I
and
take
if
it
they
back.
made it for a cheap budget,
Even better.
right?
Well, I mean, it does kind of look like a horror movie, so yeah, everyone's got like the vibe for it. And typically, horror movies are on the lower side of budgets too.
Mm-hmm.
So it would make sense that this would have a lower budget, and I kind of like that. It looks. I just wish that Hellboy was a little redder.
Right. It's like a little bit more Hellboy in the hell.
Like I understand the vibe they're going for, and that's why everything is so desaturated. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I want to see Hellboy look red. I think they could have made him pop a little bit more without him being too oversaturated versus the rest of the movie. But that's my only complaint off of that trailer. The rest of it, yeah, that creeped me out. So
That's the job.
if a movie trailer gives me some type of emotion, then yeah, it's worth checking out for sure.
No, that's it. So one thing that I wanted to check out before we head out is this right here. A ver si se ve un poco. Y mucha gente capaz que no ha escuchado de este show. Este show se llama Supercell. Tendrá segunda temporada. Este show parece que es un éxito en Netflix. Es británico y en verdad sigue la historia de unas personas que recién recibieron superpoderes por hacer parte de un experimento del gobierno, y está bien interesante. Me gustó bastante, por lo menos los primeros episodios. Para la semana que viene voy a ver si puedo verlos el resto para darles un poco de más de la serie en total. Pero en verdad fue algo bien, bien divertida. Y acá se ven algunos de los personajes que son todos superhéroes, y en verdad fue algo bastante divertida. Lily, ¿viste algo de este show? Voy a ver si puedo poner el video.
I
Have you
didn't
heard of
even
this
know
show?
this thing. No, I haven't heard of this show.
Of course, it doesn't pop up when I try to. Let me see if I can get it on another thing. So basically, it is like a superhero genre type show, but it's very down to earth. It actually was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It did a little bit something kind of like almost like an X-Men. I don't know if you saw the what was it, the X-Men New Mutants TV show. They did make it the movie. They did make it a little bit like a little bit like a horror show. And this one is more fun, I guess. Let's Let's see.
I'll try to watch it and see what happens.
Yeah, let's see if it plays now. So I think here we go. More stuff. I don't know if you guys in the chat, anybody has watched this one. It's let's try to share the screen. Here we go. I think this one should play. I mean, it's from Netflix. So hey, what's up? Amazing Bacon Soda, Joe's fault. And Griffin said, yeah, you're talking about, oh, yeah, Generation X was a good one. Let's see. Does it come up? Yeah, there we go. All right. So I think this is the trailer. And that's the lead actor. What'd you think?
Oh, that looks pretty interesting. Yeah, I'll try to watch like the first couple of episodes. How many episodes are there? 8 or 10?
I believe it's 8.
Yeah, I can probably start watching them because the TV show that I'm like obsessed with at the moment, besides House of the Dragon, is The Bear.
Oh yeah. And that one, how many episodes it has left?
I think The Bear has 8, maybe. Also, I think I'm not really too sure because I'm trying to take it easy and not marathon the whole thing because I probably would have already finished it by now. But I think that one has 8 as well. But yeah, that's the show that I'm like obsessed with right now. But that's so weird though that if this is doing really well on Netflix, I honestly haven't seen it. Like it's not even on my you know how they give you the recommended page?
Yeah.
It's not even my recommended. Like, hey, you watch a lot of superhero stuff. Try to watch this. Like it's never given me the show before. That's weird.
Yeah, it's a lot of people didn't know about it. I think the majority of the cast is Ghanaian or Nigerian, and I was really impressed. It was good. The special effects were a little, not that expensive, but it seems that it really.
I mean,
really
if the show and the writing is good, I think people are more willing to forgive the special effects.
Yeah. And Polly had let me know that Brendan Gleeson has been cast in villain role for Spider-Man Noir. I don't know if you heard about Spider-Man Noir, Lily. It's basically the character of Noir. It's going to be played by Nicolas Cage in a new movie. And sorry, it's not coming up. But we're going to keep an eye on that because that looks like it's going to be fun. But yeah. So we'll check that out. But Lily, what you got coming up?
So Dames and Dorks is actually not going to be. We're not having Dames and Dorks this week on Thursday because tomorrow, as you all know, it's 4th of July. And we're gonna be too busy celebrating our freedom, so there's gonna be no show tomorrow. So other than that, just watch us every Wednesday. We're gonna be here talking about different things, and still losing our minds for 2 more weeks with the Acolyte. And then of course we're trying to do more shorts on the show as well. And then follow me on X. Where I'm posting a lot of my craziness. So yeah. And so I also have my links in the bio for Twitter too. So you guys can find me on Critic List if you want to know more about what I think about different TV shows and movies. So definitely check out the links. And Instagram, same thing, at 300.mirrors.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Muchas gracias a todas las personas que están hoy con nosotros. Mason Brackets, Carlos, Griffin y todo el mundo. Muchas gracias y los vamos a ver la semana que viene. acá a la misma Bati Tiempo y el mismo Bati Canal. Adiós.
Yay!
Hey. Got through it.
Oh my gosh, the Acolyte.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. Oh, that was pretty good. Yeah, it's not as hot today, so I didn't get.
Oh
as
yeah,
moody as-
you did get a fan noise though. There was a little bit of a fan noise.
Oh, is there? Sorry,
Yeah.
I'll turn it.
No. So maybe like when you put it, maybe I guess it's hitting. Do you have it isolating? Is that on?
Maybe it's hitting the speaker.
Is that what it is?
Probably.
Hello? Oh, we can't hear you, Polly.
We can't hear you, Polly.
Yeah, I don't know if it was isolated, but if it's oscillating, I think it was hitting your mic a little bit.
Okay, I'll turn it.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I can hear you a little bit better. Yeah.
You're still live.
Oh, all right. But I ended the stream.